My fellow North Americans, welcome to the ANR special. Today, we've kicked out that loser Elvin, and we brought in the best Republican you've ever seen in your life. It's true. Now, I got to bring in a friend of mine. He's helped me win in many states. My friend, Casey. Casey, welcome. How you doing?
This is so ridiculous.
What is the ridiculous about here?
What's ridiculous? I don't understand.
This show is going to be huge.
It's going to be big.
Huge.
It's going to be big.
Huge. I don't know why my hands are tanned, but that's okay. I guess I was in Phoenix for playing some golf, charity events. The people love me. They love me. Casey, they love me. This is the best show ever because I'm here today.
Yeah, it's like, where are you from?
I don't know where I'm from. Well, I'm from New York. Yeah, New York. You're from New York, Casey. That's how I met you, Casey. I was walking down the alley and I saw you there shooting some hockey pucks, and I said, "What are you doing? Who is this JLP person? Must be a Canadian." They're always rude. Those Canadians out there. They don't know nothing. This is USA, the greatest country in the world. Anyways, how are you doing?
Good.
Two thumbs up. Always 2 thumbs up, my friend. Always. This does not. What is this dad joke you speak of? What? Hold on. My Secret Service is telling me that I got to say something here. What's that? I got to do a dad joke?
Oh, God.
Okay. Never mind. I got to do a dad joke. Listen, we're going to import you back to India right there, Krishna. We're going to send you back if you don't behave. This is USA. You either love it or you hate it.
The best country in the world, okay?
Number 1. All right. You ready?
Ready.
My phone won't unlock because it can't see my eyes. You know, iPhone. I have to have a word with them. Anyway.
Okay, that was a speedy one. You just rapid fired that out.
What's what? What's speedy?
Your dad joke this time. There's no setup or anything. You just went right into it.
No, I didn't do a dad joke yet.
Oh, goddamn. Let's see what the chat says.
Do not disrespect the President of the United States. I still haven't found the joke yet. That's okay. All right, I can't find the joke because this Alvin person here doesn't know what he's doing. But I'll get back to it in a second. I'll figure it out. Anyways, let's do what we watched and what we got. Apparently, some things you have to watch and get. Like, they better not be made from China, this stuff.
Careful, you want to get canceled immediately.
Let's just block this guy. You know what's embarrassing is his figure collection, what I heard. Who's this Rasper guy? We're not sending you anything. America doesn't send anything. You send us stuff. This D guy better not be you, Casey.
Preemptive roast 15 minutes in.
All these haters, they must be all Democrats. That's what the problem is here. Republicans would never do that. We always stand together. USA, USA. All right, what did you get and what did you watch? Not that I care about. It better not be from China either, the stuff.
I watched Five Nights at Freddy's.
What is this, Five Nights at Freddy?
It's an attempt at a horror film.
Okay. You know what's horror? Working in the White House with a bunch of morons. That's what's horror.
Ron, come get your boy here.
I'm not nobody's boy. What else?
Didn't get anything. I played Spider-Man all day.
You know Spider-Man's from New York, right?
Yeah.
I taught that kid everything he knew.
Get out of here.
When it comes to finance and scientific researchers, I funded most of his research projects. Did he vote for me? No. Don't get me started with that other Spider-Man, Miles. What else? Did you get anything?
I got nothing. Nothing at all. Strictly gaming week. I unboxed a lot of stuff. Opened a few figures. Made some space.
It's hot in here.
I know it is. Take that thing off before you faint.
Can you get some air, AC, maybe some water for me? Like, what kind of Secret Service are these guys? I should have hired that Ron Krishna guy to be my servant.
He's not Mexican.
Oh, I don't just hire Mexicans.
It seems like you're the type
Consider me
who
as a
would.
racist
So
here? Casey, come on. I hired you. And he goes, why does it come?
it's not in my. You're gonna have to pay me more for that. Opened a few figures.
What did you get?
Got nothing. Just opened old
Are
figures.
you outside? I see the moon.
Obviously, patrol.
Who's that person jumping across the buildings there?
Oh,
Is that
sweet.
one of the turtles?
That's one
That
of
must
his.
be Donatello in his Batman outfit. One of the worst turtles ever. Let's just block this guy because I don't know what he's talking about.
Here, my friend, it's all you.
Let's just block him.
Change my. Oh, you can't even see it. Hold on a second. What do I have here? Virtual background. Let's get rid of that. I'm changing my room around. The gargoyles are up.
Oh, now you're inside there. That was quick.
Yeah. Slowly adding stuff. Sorry for
You're
this.
gonna make me throw up.
Yeah, sorry. Setting up my robot section.
It's not good for a president to throw up.
You'll be fine. So slowly
always
dealing
fine.
with that.
I'm the greatest president ever existed.
And then back to here, turtles in the background. There's 78's diorama. Stole the diorama from this Elvin character I know. I've been playing with that.
Ah, you stole it from that loser.
What did Darth say here? I got my Bayfex Black Noir finally. How long were you waiting, Darth?
Isn't that the fellow that patrols the museums? Has this guy been drinking? What is he talking about? Instant transmission. He must be drinking.
What else we got here? Can I walk him in? Nope. Not going anywhere near. That's all. Nothing. Slow week. Spider-Man. Trying to get through that. I do want the Hot Toys now, though. After playing a few more hours, I do want that Black Suit Hot Toys. So we're going to have to see about that.
Hot Toys, huh? You're finally going to get into Hot Toys.
I have one. I'll steal some more from Elvin if I have to.
I don't like the stealing business you have there. I might have to report the Secret Service on you.
No Armored Core yet.
iTube. Looks like he's been ripping off the iPhone.
Armored Core, what? 6? What is it at? 6? Justin, I think Justin's playing that.
Okay, so the Secret Service said they sent me this dad joke, but it wasn't.
You did it already.
It must be from Sleepy Biden. This is definitely from one of my enemies.
Oh God, here we go.
Anyways, so hey, listen. Apparently, you're supposed to say hashtag dad, but today you can say hashtag Donald because no, I'm not a dad that I care about to be right now. I'm the president, so you can say hashtag Donald, or you can say hashtag sad for that loser Biden who sent me this joke. This is not even funny, but I'm gonna say it anyways. You ready?
I'm never ready, but do it anyway.
I get you a job and you're never ready. That's the thanks I get. What airline does Donald Trump aspire to fly? You're supposed to say what?
What?
Air Force One. I don't know what they're talking about. I have a beautiful set of hair here.
Hold on. I'm just prepping this. Here we go. There we
Yeah,
go.
boo that.
Boo this man!
You get all three.
Somebody help that man. He's choking.
You get all three. How do you remove this thing now?
Boo. Boo that man. This guy doesn't even know how to laugh. Anyways, what did this Elvin character get? Apparently there's some stuff here. They're all from China. I don't even want to touch this stuff.
I would be surprised, Rasper. I would not be surprised, Rasper.
You be quiet there, Rasper. I will send them to you. Just keep it quiet there. Wherever you're from. All right. So here's the stuff that this guy's got. Are you done, by the way?
I'm done.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
The
Doesn't
joke
matter.
killed it for me.
Doesn't matter if you're done or not. It's my turn. I'm the president of the United States. Well, soon to be. All right. So the first thing this guy got, these are good old American people here. I think it's made. Oh my God! Is it made in China? China. This is made in China. Who buys? Who buys this? Anyways, it's Cobra Firefly. Good old American guy right here. We're gonna lock you up, Rasper. And then another thing he got it. These must be real people here. We could definitely use them in the United States Army. Tripwire.
Can't
I
even
don't even
see
know
it.
how.
Look what you've done.
There it is. Tripwire. There. Tripwire. Who cares? They're made in China. Doesn't matter if you can see it or not. And here's another one. Iron Man. Oh, I remember this. We actually declassified this and let everybody else use it. Iron Man Model 01. This is also made in China. I don't have to speak to Marvel about this and the Hasbro team. In terms of I didn't watch much. I was working hard on my campaign. But this Elvin fella, I think he watched Invasion, which I know nothing about. I've never heard anything about aliens in Area 51 ever. And then that is about it. From what I heard, he was good old American football he just watched. Apparently his team is from Detroit, but he's from Canada, which makes no sense. But he loves the Detroit Lions, and they won today, so he's very happy. That's why he's not here right now, but he'll be here soon. I just thought I'd drop by and say hi to you, Casey, and everybody else here. It is a very awesome time in the year, Halloween. The presidential campaigns are starting to rear up again, ready to go. I just wanted to say hi to the folks, everybody here. This is one of the best shows ever. It's huge. It's amazing. And I'm looking forward to your votes. Whether you vote for me or the other guy, it doesn't matter. Go out there and vote. Get your voices heard. Anyways, this is why are you shaking your head? This is the greatest show ever. It's huge. It's huge. Best ever. Amazing. You, sir, are not fake news, but you're going to be one soon. That Rasper guy's fake news. So is that Krishna guy. He's fake news too. Who are you going to fire? Well, it's going to be one of these guys. It's probably going to be that Krishna guy. I already fired him. Go get him, guys. Go get him. Anyways. Yeah, are you from Slipknot?
Closest thing I could find in a span of 10 minutes.
Anyways, let's get on with our toy talks of the week. Apparently you kids play with toys. Jesus. Go ahead. Show me your toys. Barney? You guys play with Barney still? What is this character? Tell me about him.
Beast Wars. I don't know. Ron might be getting these.
Of course he would get them. He loves Barney.
Hasbro Pulse exclusive, I believe. $89.99. It is a.
Hold on a second. $89?
Yeah.
They're ripping the American people.
3 figures in one.
It shouldn't be $89. I mean, I have to talk to these guys. This is ridiculous. It should be at $59.99. I'll tell you where the unsubscribe button is. Right around your. Get this heathen away from us.
So if anyone wants this monstrosity, you can pay $90 American. Free shipping in the USA, though. I don't know. These don't look very appealing to me at all whatsoever.
Well, I'm glad you actually spoke the truth for once. Good on you.
Oh, yeah. I was curious. Our boy Ron collects these things.
Oh, but what a surprise.
And then another one, Code Red. Stranger Things crossover again. Crossover with Ninja Turtles. I don't know.
Is this fake news?
So we have this. He looks kind of cool. I like it. I didn't even realize it was supposed to be Stranger Things crossover. Will I be getting it? Absolutely not.
Yeah, go find Mr. Biden. Give him a hug. Tell him I'm coming for him.
They redid my boy Silverbolt. What do you say? All the heathens rejoice midwinter. Blood is less than 2 months away. So we have
USA,
Silver Bolt
USA.
here. They did an old one, like, I don't know, 20 years ago.
It's sort of like the American Eagle, right?
It's the best of both worlds. You have the
Yeah,
wolf
it's sort of like,
and an
you
American
must get
eagle.
this if you're American. It's an American Eagle. It's beautiful. God bless America. What else we got here?
Ron's getting him. I think I'll get him too. If they did a third party one, Ron, with like higher detail, I'd get that instead. But this is a nice desk holder. Call of Duty Warzone. Yeah, I play those. I have to finish Spider-Man first, Alley Viper. I've been slowly like doing a couple missions a day, and then like 17 city side quests, and then back to the story mode. I want to make this last as long as possible. So I've been enjoying Spider-Man. I hear there's no replay value at the end, so I'm trying to make it last. What else we got here? Here's the old one. So it's like night and day. I'm getting it, I think. This is the toy I asked for Christmas, and my mom couldn't figure out what I was talking about.
Give me your
And
mom's phone number. I'll give her a call. I'll talk some sense into her.
US Eagle, German Eagle, French Eagle, Russian Eagle, Serene Eagle. At this point, the animators just said Eagle.
Bald eagle, Rasper. Bald eagle. There's only one bald eagle. Get your eagle straight.
Pass on this for me. I don't really do Star Wars stuff unless it's a Mandalorian character. Like I like Mando and I like Ahsoka. I didn't care much for the show. I didn't even finish it. I made it to like episode 2 and then it bored me. So as a character, I like her. Show not so much. And then all the side characters I don't really care for. I do like Star Killer. He's pretty cool. I think I'm lucky that I can skip a whole bunch of characters because I couldn't tell you who these troopers are. I couldn't tell you why they're re-releasing the same character 500 times in different colors. Like to me, I don't see the point of it. I know we have like 17 Mace Windows and 37 of these Legion clone
17 Mace
troopers.
Windows?
Probably at this point, yeah, man.
Why did you tell me sooner? I'll make a call. Don't worry. We'll reduce that.
And then
you're wasting money of the American taxpayers.
He looks like Heavy Mando, but he has a name now. Paz Vizsla. You getting this thing?
I'm the United States president. I don't get armored stuff like this. I just tell them what to do. I don't own them.
Well, our buddy Elvin has like 7 of the same.
He must. So, he's such a loser. Look at, he collects toys. What a loser! All of them from China.
Oh yeah, more Hasbro stuff. You have Last Stand Spider-Man, where he goes against the NYPD after they find out who he is. I believe. I can't remember the story. It was a long time ago. Don't like the articulation here. He has ab crunch. He has articulation under this coat, but it hinders it. Look at that crouch. That's not a Spidey pose. It would have just been better to just do the ab crunch and have it as a normal action figure. Like if these guys can do it and they're wearing fabric, there's no reason Spider-Man can't. Period.
Fabric's important. This is all handmade in America right here.
Period.
Fabric's very important. You're absolutely right.
Ab crunch, folds, creases, you can do it. You could have sculpted that. You didn't need to put an overlay on that. So it kind of ruins the figure. I don't need this. I don't want it. We do get the Ben Reilly Scarlet Spider here. I will be getting this one because I missed out on the Mafex.
Jesus, so how many times are they going to sell you Spider-Man?
As many times as people buy it. So there's the classic one. Everyone has that one. They recolor stuff all the time. They've learned their lesson from Star Wars. People will buy the same thing multiple times if it's a popular character. At least they had the decency to upgrade his body this time.
Did I tell you during my time as president, I signed an accord for Star Force? Did I tell you that story?
For what?
Star Force. Star Police is outside our planet, so we can police the galaxy.
Yeah, sounds like something you do.
You're welcome.
Spidey poses. Renew your Val body so you get the toe crunch.
When I won the presidential election, I actually posed like that.
Good luck.
And the one on the left, that's exactly what I showed Biden when I won.
What else we got here? Jack-o'-lantern. So they upgraded the Hobgoblin and Green Goblin body after they released the Retro Wave. So this one comes with butterfly joints and the chainmail armor. What you see is what you get. I think I'll get him. He's a good. He was in the cards AI.
Hold on. Let me address this gentleman here. AI Collectibles. I didn't replace him. I kicked him away because he wasn't doing a good job. I'm only here for a little bit, so relax. Don't get excited. I'm not here all the time. Go on. Sorry.
1 minute.
What's that?
So he is most recently a Venom villain. So I'll be getting him.
He looks
Hey,
fantastic.
Pop's on.
You can almost make night figures with this character.
Nope.
No? The scales are great on him.
The scale is awful.
Is it?
Not even the right size. Actually, no, that's actually pretty decent.
That's what I thought. Don't ever correct me again. I'm always right.
Oh, that's something I watched. I watched Pop's
Stop going
photos
on
live stream.
vacation. Maybe you should try it and get a tan.
I watched add that to what I watched. I watch Pop's live streams when I see him pop on.
How was he?
Great. I love him. Informative, just in and out. Good to chat with. He answers all the comments. He's a cool dude. I like his stuff.
Apparently this guy wants to die. He wants a tombstone.
The Elvin after 2023. If it gets with the dad jokes, I'm on his side. So, but he did one today. It was awful. He did too. You can see the old one here, courtesy of MWCtoys.com. The old one's on the right here. The new one's on
The old one must have been done by a Democrat. The one on the right must have been the Republicans.
Oh, it looks pretty good. The articulation's crap.
Yeah, Democrat definitely.
Then we have Hallows Eve. Anyone who doesn't know her, this is Ben Riley's girlfriend. She was given powers by Madeline, the Goblin Queen, Jean Grey's clone. In one of the X-Men comics, I forgot the name of it. It was pretty stupid. Madeline kind of came along and ruined Venom, Ben, and his girlfriend, and then just all was forgiven, but their lives were still ruined. So I will be getting her, though, because she goes with Ben in his Chasm arc, and I do like Ben Riley, despite how much they're butchering him. Actually, no, I don't know if I'm getting her yet. I don't want to give them money to support a character I'm not even sure I like yet, so we'll see. We do have the Assassin Spider-Man, but they named him Spider-Shot. I guess they don't want the word assassin on their box. Don't know why.
That makes sense.
Doesn't make
Scare
sense.
the American people.
Is he though, Pac? Is he killing it?
Listen, I don't like this hate there, Casey. I got you a job, and this is what I get.
Is he though? Spider-Man's clone years. Yeah, man. Those clone years are still going on hard and strong. 2023, and they're still pumping out Clone Conspiracy, Clone...
Well, hold on.
Clone Years 2.0.
There's no conspiracy. Stop making up fake news.
Conspiracies left and
Fake
right.
news here, sir.
What else we got here? Here's the Tombstone AI wants.
Oh, it's a character named Tombstone. Ah, okay.
I do like it, and I will be getting it.
I would love to have this guy as my Secret Service. I think he'd be great. He's got a great suit.
So the next HasLab compared to the Giant Man, this one funded in what, like 2 days? So it is the Ghost Trap and the PKE meter, lights up, sounds, trapdoor, the absorption wheel. There's an on and off switch, metallic die cast. There's swappable iron rods.
I really like this guy here, Pac guy.
No, I don't want you to enable him, Pac, but it's too late now. Thanks.
I really like this guy.
So this goes with, of course, the proton pack and the wand. I know the wand was going for stupid amounts of money and they didn't even come together, but this will make a lot of people happy. I think it's cool. I just don't want to pay for it. $300 for this. But it looks legit. I'm not hating on anyone who did it. I'm just cheap. And then we have Revoltech Bucky. I don't necessarily need this guy.
Good
Don't
old
want him.
American muscle right here. What a good American kid right there.
Was he? Because I think the Germans hijacked him and
He
brainwashed
came
him.
back to his senses. Damn you! Don't you ever twist that word ever
So
again.
I think the
This is a
Germans
man
got their
of
hands on him.
integrity. He came back. He was brainwashed by our enemies, and he came back to us.
So
Good
we
kid.
do
Good
get
kid.
the maskless one with the domino mask. I think you're gonna want to leave that mask on. That face is there's something to be desired there.
Yeah, you're probably right.
And then the shield doesn't come with the normal one. It comes with the exclusive from the store itself, which
That's
is
kind of
okay, I guess.
ridiculous.
But let me see here. Ali Viper 6 update. Hasbro kind of shocked me on the price of the vehicle. I was expecting to be 150. I never thought it'd be 100.
Well, that's because I gave him a call.
Hasbro's weird like that. Their prices are all over the place. Sometimes you think they're learning, and then they pull them 180, and then
Well,
they do
GI Joe is
something
an
weird.
American military iconic brand.
Yeah, so they could have got away with more. Like that,
but they wanted to be right about the American people.
I don't know.
Well, I'm telling you, they did it because this is an American.
Shipped out of China where their factories are. So like,
are they?
Of course they are.
They ship from China. Hey, you. Give them a call. Give Hasbro a call. Let's sort this out here.
What else we got here?
My guy's on it.
Dragon Ball. So we got Kiwi or Kui or however you want to call it.
Oh, these are Japanese. I like the Japanese. Their sushis are amazing.
Different spellings. Side character who I think Vegeta blew up.
I like that Vegeta guy. He's good.
Decent figure. I don't necessarily need him. I only like the main characters. But he does come with this explodey face. $60. Pre-orders open October 27th. So they already opened. They come out next year, July 2024.
I bet you that loser Elvin's gonna get him. He loves Dragon Ball.
Yeah, he has nowhere to put it though. Should have seen his house the other day.
The other day? It's like every day. What a loser. Can't even clean up this place.
Then, for the people who like Nendroids, you have Invincible.
Stop stealing my line. It's trademarked already.
Don't enable him, AI. Come on now.
And I appreciate that you're trying to copy me, making toy collecting great again. But if that's a compliment, I appreciate that as well.
See, Dar says exactly. Hasbro is inconsistent with their prices. The thing is,
send this guy a gift right now, a toy or something.
Give him one. Give him one. Out of that mountain you have.
Not me, you.
I have nothing to give.
I don't care. This man.
George, what do you collect?
He needs a pin. He needs a pin or something like that. Give this man a pin.
Oh no, Chainsaw Man. Anyways, back to this. Invincible, Nendroid. The show's coming out. I believe the boys at Popcorn Chicken are going to be watching this. Let me zoom in here, full screen.
Beautiful, beautiful.
When does it come out? First, third?
Why were you asking me? I'm too busy to watch this kind of stuff.
If you don't watch Invincible, you can get the hell out of the country. That's what I say.
What's that?
If you don't watch Invincible, you can get the hell out of the country.
Well, this is not Canada. This is America, okay? You get out of the country. You hockey pucking 11 person.
Decent desk here. We need an import site to do the official release, though. Diamond Select isn't cutting it, in my opinion.
Are you buying this?
Nope. Don't need it.
Somebody must like it.
Oh yeah, these things are popular. Like I have no hate
you wouldn't
for
show
these.
It, right?
I have no hate for these. It's just they don't fit in with my collection. I have a Sonic the Hedgehog. He's cool. I have a Mega Man, but I realize I don't need these chibi styles on my shelf. I only have limited space.
That's understandable.
And then, what's this here? Oh yeah, the Great Wolves Gyros action figure, $94, expected to arrive next year, April 2024. This dude's bigger than the other ones because it's the alpha. You get your choice of gray or brown. I don't know which one I'll be getting. If anyone in the chat's got this one, which color did you prefer? Which one did you pre-order? You can see here this thing's as tall as Hyde. Probably taller if he has his hind legs standing up fully. You can see he's as tall as Man-Bat, the McFarlane deluxe figure, so that's huge. And then behind him are the regular size ones.
So the people that got the regular size ones are probably upset.
No, because they classified this one as the alpha. So it's all a technical loophole. They didn't really miss out on
like
anything.
loopholes.
You know all about those.
I'm about integrity and honesty.
Yeah, sure you are.
I didn't like that tone of your voice there, sir. After all I've done for you, Casey.
What else is next? I saw this on 5K Toys. The Dark Crown 112 Burning Soul toy line. Don't say any prices yet, but you got these ancient armors with like rail guns and chain guns,
Ridiculous.
clubs.
Here. Ancient people didn't have machine guns.
Apparently they did. It's factual. You can see it right here. You got
We're
Demon
gonna
Overlords.
be anyways. Don't worry, there will be no premiere.
That like for 2024 is our new premiere.
Maybe to take care of their people.
Maybe the housing crisis will be.
Yes, housing crisis. When we come there, it's going to be huge. We're going to take everything, and everything's going to be amazing, perfect.
What else we got here? A demon, something that looks like a Anubis, a Grim Reaper type character, a Jester. What were those guys' names? Oh, those names weren't on there. Anyone who likes
these look like a lot of ex-presidents. So you like that joke, huh? Look at that. How do you like
You're
that?
You're just
Casey?
burning all your dad jokes up. You're like
How
3
like
weeks
that,
in
Casey?
now. You're in 3 weeks now. Okay, here we go. Another 5K Toys. Dreams come true.
I used to have hair like this guy in high school.
Dream. What's it called? Oh, the new
Dre.
Beast Deities.
Dr. Dre.
Deities. So we have here what? Dragon Ball AF Super Saiyan 5 Goku.
How many levels does he go up, for God's sakes?
As many as needed, man. As many as needed. Would you get this thing?
No, I don't play with toys. How many times did I tell you, Casey?
Then we have 3-0 Cowboy Bebop. 1/6 scale Spike.
Wasn't this a show that did horrible on Netflix? Ivanka told me about it.
I'm just trying to get this character off his railway.
I thought we got rid of that guy and blocked him.
What do we get with this guy?
Security, take care of that Krishna guy.
That one doesn't count. Oh no, it does count. There was a legit one. I was gonna say that was a third party, but no. Yeah, you're right. I don't know. Bandai's going crazy, man. And there's.
Do you want me to take care of that if they're going crazy?
There's like, what, 30 years?
Define crazy. What are they doing to you? Are they harassing you, Casey?
No, I'm good.
Okay. I take care of my friends.
More characters for me not to buy.
What's that?
More characters for me not to buy.
I see. Okay.
Ronnie's getting that third party one. I never read or watched Cowboy Bebop, so I have no love for this character. I know he's popular though, despite the Netflix show. So I'm happy for anyone who does get this. What else we got? Okay, third party Blade from Susu Toys. This one unfortunately isn't 1/12 scale. I would have got it. He looks pretty badass.
Did I tell you when I met this Wesley Snipes guy who plays Blade? Did I tell you the story?
Go on.
He thought it was amazing.
Sure he did.
Yeah, he thought it was amazing. I told him no autographs. I said it's okay. But I did take a picture with him to make him happy. I gave him a thumbs up.
Ooh, the Thing. So you got, what's his name, McCready from Thing, from Mondo. You got your deluxe version with the exclusive mutated Thing dog and the like head, decapitated Thing head.
That's one ugly dog.
That's a import breed.
Yeah, you never see that kind of ugliness in America. We have the best dogs ever.
And then we have the regular version, either $265 or $235. For $30 more, you could get the deluxe figure with.
It better be American price.
There are no McFarlane announcements. If there are, I missed them today. I normally start with that good news. I did Lobo last week.
The only reason I didn't have any McFarlane because you know I was here, and I don't like Canadians.
Did anything come out that I missed?
Nothing came out.
Otherwise, I'll backtrack if I have to.
All American toys.
I'll go scour the internet if I have to. What else is there? That was it for toys. There was a slow week.
Listen. I gotta end it right here because the Secret Service keeps bugging me. There's just apparently some important issues. Listen, it was fun. It was great here. I got the chance to talk to you and your weird obsession with toys with all these other people in the chats. Maybe they should grow up and do something important. But I can sure use your vote in 2024. Anyways, I gotta go. I'll catch you later, Casey. I'll be right. I gotta go. I gotta go. So yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming. Gotta go, Casey.
I don't even know what country that accent was supposed to be from. AI. The head sculpt looks great. Mondo doing soft goods. Do you collect? Are you like in deep with the Mondo line, or do you just appreciate them at face value? I know you do collect the 1/6 scale and all the larger figures. I know you did that with the Transformers, I believe. I think you said you had some Hot Toys. If you're into Mondo, the quality is great. No, man, he's just a different version of it. I don't even know what he's all about. I can't read that guy. The soft goods does look great on this, though. I do like everything this comes with. It is a good figure. It would be good to have like him, a Terminator, all the like hardcore like Rambo, RoboCop, all those action or partially survival horror films. A Predator maybe. Did you give him a sad or a dad? I can't even remember now. You didn't type anything. You get nothing. Oh, I believe you said this. So I don't think you're getting that beer anytime soon. Maybe you'll get it because you had to endure all that. What did he say? Darth, I don't get how someone could run a country and not know where he is at or how to act or walk. I would say 95% of them don't because they have handlers who do it for them. I want this though. It's one of my favorite horror films. That would be pretty cool. I need to rewatch it. Did you like that remake that they did? Or is it was it too lame for you? I do know. I think you're watching the what was it called? The vampire one. Fright Night. You were watching that last week. I watched the remake. Today I watched Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't know about that. We'll talk about that later. Tomorrow is Halloween. What movies will you be watching? If you have any lined up. Do you guys binge movies? Do you go to parties? What do you do on Halloween? I'm curious. I myself am a coward.
I'm so sorry, man. I was watching the game and I passed out, took a nap. Apparently the United States Donald Trump guy was here or something.
I don't necessarily know if he's from the States because I cannot pinpoint that accent
well,
at all.
Apparently the Secret Service they hacked into our system and then he was on here. And then I get a text message.
Is that what happened?
The people are texting me saying, "Hey, man, he's hijacking your show." Anyways, I'm here, man. I apologize. I kind of took a nap, but I'm here. I'm here. What did we already talk about the Toy Talks?
Yeah, we passed it.
Did we miss any McFarlane?
There wasn't any this week, unfortunately.
Well, then I didn't miss anything. Carry on.
I don't celebrate foreign holidays. Are you willing to say where you're from? I'm curious. I actually don't celebrate it either. Like I'm not against it. I just don't hand out candy. I don't do anything for it.
You don't hand out candy?
No.
My wife says that all the time. Hey, did he do a dad joke? Tell me he didn't do one so I could do one.
He did one for the next several weeks, and he said, "Don't worry about next week or the week after." Taking my granddaughter trick-or-treating, dressing up as Casey Jones. Good choice. And that's nice of you. Does she share the candy? Are you a candy guy? I don't have a sweet tooth, so like there's absolutely nothing appealing.
Oh, I'm surprised you don't do trick-or-treating. Or you don't give kids candy.
No.
Is there any particular reason? You just don't like kids?
I like kids. I don't want them on my slate. I don't want them on my stairs and falling and then lost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What does it say? Sweden. Sadly,
Nothing wrong
Halloween
with
is having...
nothing wrong with them taking root. I think it's a good thing for kids.
Yeah. The McFarlane question is, Dad, no. Get out of here.
Darth, you're my guy. You're my guy, Darth. I was wondering why you're wearing that mask.
That's all I can endure.
Why?
I couldn't. I was getting kind of hot.
My wife doesn't like to give out candies, but I went and bought 5 boxes of candy to give out to kids. See, I don't hate everything in life. So I'm gonna make my kids give out candy because I'm actually at work tomorrow.
What did Jeff say? D likes kids is almost convincing me like, oh no, get that stuff away from me, man. Ugh.
I don't understand you.
You technically don't like it either. When he was talking to you, he's like, I don't like the pearls. And like that defeats the whole purpose.
Oh my god.
You're basically drinking sweet milk.
Hey, if it's got a straw, it's a boba, okay?
Okay.
Oh man.
Oh, what is it? Oh, you don't give candy out? Yeah.
Oh,
Darth is an interesting guy.
I bet you all of these guys that don't give out candies are all trick-or-treated when they were kids. You trick-or-treated, right, when you were a kid?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yet you are a hypocrite and don't give out kids candy. Make lame excuses about some steps.
My steps are slippery as hell.
You know, you can always walk down the steps for them, right?
I'm not good. What am I gonna do? Walk up and down stairs for them? Absolutely. I told Jess I would do that. I'm like, I'll sit outside with a bowl. And she's like, that looks weird.
I agree, deep.
Yeah, you're just drinking sugar milk.
I'm not saying I don't have pearls in my drink. I just decide I try not to have them all the time. There are occasions for certain drinks that I'll have pearls in there. So take that, both of you.
Okay. He's a poser.
Speaking of poses, how was that, Donald?
I don't know what country you're supposed to be from, or he was supposed to be from.
What a jerk, that Donald guy.
It was the "we have Donald at home" version because I don't know what country he's in. All right, what else we got here? Toy news was slow this week. So
I'm sorry I missed the toy news, man. My apologies.
You didn't miss anything, despite it being the Hasbro Pulse reveals. There wasn't much to talk about. I think the retro wave again was their biggest excitement. Sold out on their websites immediately, but GameStop, Amazon, all those places have them. Yeah, Alex Restro. Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, Jeff would know all about AliExpress, huh, Jeff? Why am I defending this Donald guy? You're right. You're absolutely right, Jeff.
You only went twice, eh? Are you okay? Now I'm gonna guess Darth doesn't like candy. They're talking that on what? Knock off Trump. Let's talk Loki. I only made it to episode 1.5, man. They talk about him on Wednesdays on Popcorn Chicken.
We talk about it Wednesday.
But this isn't really a spoiler. Are you enjoying the show?
It's slow. There's parts where I just want to wring the necks of everybody and say, just get on with it.
Yeah.
There's so many times where they could have shortened this, and I guess they're not doing it because they want to say, look, we have a 40-minute show or a 50-minute show, but man, there are some scenes that could just easily be cut out and nobody would miss a beat. The last episode was not bad. I don't think it's fantastic. Let's not get carried away here. It's good. It's got its moments.
I'm not saying I don't like it. I just haven't settled down. Okay, my problem is this isn't Loki's fault. This isn't even
Loki. The guy's not even front and center for most of the show here. Like, he's always getting upstaged by other people.
the MCU to me now feels like a chore, and it's not his fault. But unfortunately, he has to deal with the burden, and yeah, that sucks. But I want to complain. Oh yeah, where you said you're from Sweden. I'm really enjoying Loki. I agree. I want to complain. Stealing North culture for appropriation. Yeah. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to go back like 80 years because
Yeah.
they did that a while back when no one cared, and then it became popular, and then people.
The character Sylvie should be just removed from the show. She
Do you
doesn't
think
do
so?
anything. She was good somewhat last year, but the problem that I have with this character, not the person, the character, is
Yeah,
she's complaining that she's basically she got screwed. She's complaining to everybody about everyone's fault. This is the person's fault, that person's fault. Does she not know that she's the one that created the whole event? She's the one that started all of this.
I think she's allowed to. No, actually, it's lose because either like she gets erased or there's a big war. Rasper, did you like? Are you a gamer? And if so, did you like God of War then? Because I know the last one and this one appropriates it as well, but I think they were respectful about the culture.
This is exactly no. Go back to that.
To Jeff, this one.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. Like he doesn't get to be front and center and given the limelight because it's his show. It's named after him, right?
Yeah.
But I also agree with AI here. The last episode it left on a cliffhanger, and I'm like, if I was not interested in seeing the next episode, I would say so. But I am interested in seeing what's going to happen next episode. So I'm curious, and if I'm curious, they're doing something.
They needed to make him relevant. You guys are right. It could have been anyone, but they needed a way to make him relevant again. Because they can't just like the bad guy died. He redeemed himself. My problem is like so you have like you said, like we said last season, Loki didn't necessarily learn any lessons because this was the bad one. He learned all of his redemption arc by watching a video of his brother crying for him. So, but because we gravitated to pre-death Loki, we like him, so we're desperate for any version of him. So we accept this one. But this one is still an awful man. Because technically, like, I would say 72 hours prior, he ripped out someone's eyeball and like tried to take over the city. Like, he's not good.
I don't know, Jeff. I'm not a fan of Jonathan Majors. I know it's acting, but I don't like that stuttering that he does. It's kind of really annoying. I think it's overkill. You don't need to do it every 2 seconds. It's just too much. I think that's overacting, in my opinion, for that specific character that he's playing.
What did Rasper say? I haven't played any of the God of Wars. I think they handle the mythology tastefully, and it wasn't appropriation because they did the homework. Like they just needed Kratos to diverge away from Greek mythology and expand on a new one. And they chose North mythology, but they did their research. Like I respect how they handled it. It wasn't just button mash, kill all these gods. No, there's
I don't think
lore.
that,
You don't think what?
Do you agree that them making a female Loki is disrespectful to the North mythology?
No, because this is the same character who shapeshifts and who has sex with wolves and snakes and has kids that are animals and horses. Like this god is weird. He's a weird character. But
Justin would love him.
But these aren't North mythology characters. Like you can call that thing Thor all day long. That's not Thor. It's a super strong man with a hammer. Like they very, very, very.
It's a very strong man.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a mutant or an alien character that sometimes talks about North mythology.
It's fantasy, right?
Yeah. It's not even mythology. It's just like here's an alien. And sometimes he will relate to North mythology Thor.
Mm-hmm.
The same way Disney does that with Disney's version of Hercules, where Zeus is like happy-go-lucky. No, Zeus was a creep, and he was a deviant and just a perv, and like no, but Disney Disneyfied it. So the same way Marvel did that for Thor.
Overall, for me, the show is about average for me. It's just above average, slightly above average.
Yeah,
I don't think it's the best show. I don't think it's the worst show. It's like it's in a good, decent spot right now. And I'm hoping the last 2 episodes really elevate it. Because then, we've got something here. But we'll see.
Marvel's made a mental block. Like subconsciously, they created a mental block for me where I'm like, if I have to watch this, it's going to be a hassle. Like it's tiring even thinking about watching a Marvel show. Like
That's fair.
Secret
Oh
Invasion.
God, that was so awful. Secret Invasion was so awful.
So even if Loki's fantastic, I have to mentally prepare now because I feel like a wounded animal. Like I don't know how to describe it. It's just like, oh, Marvel again.
No, I hear you. Yeah. I hear you.
There was some conflict with the victim story. They might boot him just to get rid of the controversy, but at the same time, like stuff she says hasn't added up. Now it's being revealed.
Didn't she get fined as well for something?
Yeah, because she was lying about stuff. So
yeah, so I don't know why he's still in the dark.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they could very well keep him. Like it's who's to say at this point, but they might just want to be over and done with him. Meanwhile, Ezra's just chilling on his Flash movie chair. Amber Heard is still Mira.
Oh, yeah. Amber Heard is still hanging around looking for jobs in Hollywood. Yeah. That's just crazy. It's a crazy world out there. Speaking of crazy.
Yeah, what have we got here? We're talking about...
Oh my God. This, if you have not seen it, folks, is Chef's Kiss.
I like
Chef's Kiss. This is a 10 out of 10 for me.
I midway I got bored, but it's not the show's fault. I don't know what the problem was. I was just like I lost focus.
It was just too much truth for you to handle at once. That's what it was.
Now, here's my thing. So anyone who's listening, we're talking about South Park joining the Panderverse. And it's basically
we're not gonna spoil it. We're not gonna spoil it.
It's a multiverse. They're always self-aware, so they're making fun of multiverse movies. They're making fun of woke culture, Kathleen Kennedy, all that, and it was playing off of the Scarlet Witch having dreams.
Take that, She-Hulk.
Dreams about herself, and every time the dreams are another multiverse. Blah 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 blah. So as you can see here, it's a diverse cast, and it's just a multiverse version of the South Park crew. You clearly liked it.
Did he just ask this question, or is he just trolling us here?
He's probably trolling. He wants a reaction out of you.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched this, and
I don't know. As Ali Viper, I think is a guy. One of the viewers is a girl, and I keep saying he, and I apologize. It might be Rasper. If it is, I'm sorry. It's just all the names put together. So if you are a girl or whatever gender anyone prefers, just tell me.
You people.
People, yeah.
People. Amazing people. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys.
So you watched it?
Yeah, I watched it. This is hilarious. I don't want to give away too much from here. But, the trailer and what everyone else is saying is not giving away.
No.
But I still will kind of reserve myself here. This is a turning point, I think. For Hollywood's just like there are studios, there are some people and executives starting to see the lights, so to speak, and understand what's going on and how bad Hollywood has been and how certain executives are just absolutely garbage. But the show does say that you have not seen this? What? It's the talk of Hollywood right now.
Okay, we're not gonna spoil it because you put WTF like where you seem worried. We're not gonna spoil it. Did you even know it was out? AI? Sorry, Elvin, go ahead.
It's on Paramount Plus. Right now they're doing a 1 month free trial for Paramount Plus. So you could essentially download the app, watch it, and then cancel it. Right? They're giving you 1 whole month free to watch all their content. So I would suggest that if you're looking to find a way to watch it, because that's the only place right now, Paramount Plus. It just came out a couple of days ago, so it's not been out that long, but it's just basically created a wildfire in Hollywood. And the person of interest, without saying much, has been upset, has gotten upset. has gone up as of today.
Yeah.
Has asked for a meeting with Paramount executives.
See, that's amusing to me because if they did nothing, it would have just blown over. Because this show just rips on everyone. Like, it pulls no punches. It makes fun of everyone. Everyone's a target. So if they just ignored it and be like, oh, they made fun of me this time, haha, and then left it alone, it would have blown over. But now she's drawn attention to herself by doing this. And it's going to make her look even worse.
Well, let's not give away too much.
I mean, no, you know what the show's about.
Yeah.
Like pandering, and who's one of the head executives who's being labeled as the panderer here. It's Kathleen. Yeah. Like, sorry, that's not a spoiler. That she's in the trailer.
Yeah, but there's also jabs at the fandom as well.
I was gonna say that, and I was very happy
because they're not just. It's not just one side's fault always.
Yeah.
Right. And that's what I really liked about the show was they balanced it by saying, hey, hold on a second. It's not just always that one side.
Yeah.
That's always at fault. There's this other side of the fandom here that needs to chill out sometimes.
It's funny because if you go to all the like YouTube trailers and everything, it's all of the fans like, oh, Disney's upset now. Like Disney got destroyed this week. I'm like, well, Disney didn't get destroyed. They just got made fun of this week. Also, you guys got made fun of too. You just turned the movie off at the part that applied to you. You didn't realize, you're not self-aware that you realize they're making fun of you too.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you said that. I'm like, oh, I wonder if Elvin will catch this. But yeah, no one's safe.
No, and it shouldn't be that way too, because it's always you always have to look at it both sides, right? That's what somebody with an understanding of what's happening should always look at both sides. And so I did. That's why I like this even more. It's it really hits on the nose, and they don't pull back on anything. They just go after it all.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's gonna happen, but the fact that it's just like made wildfires in Hollywood, and the fact that this person has shown interest.
Yeah, big mistake, I think.
Big
I don't know
mistake.
about you.
Big mistake.
Because she showed her belly. Like, she showed weakness now. Like, as soon as you let them know it bothered you, she either has to retaliate or admit she's wrong. But
she's never gonna admit she's wrong.
Yeah.
She's never gonna admit that.
Which was one of the morals of the story. The side story as well was Randy having to realize he doesn't know everything. Like, it was a bunch of boomers who don't know how to do anything.
The funny thing is, this is true.
Yeah.
This is so true, because I'm just looking at my kids and their generation. They have zero interest in learning how to do anything in the house.
Yeah. But at the same time, the parents also don't know how to do anything because everything is so advanced now. So
everything's an app.
Yeah, if like the oven is broken because it's digital and has an app on it, you have to call the handyman. So Randy's like, you kids don't know how to do anything. I'm fed up with this. I'm going to teach you the rules on like how to live your life, like how to be independent. And then he calls the handyman. So
she fires up the app.
Yeah. So, but I was like, that's actually very true. Like, a lot of people lecture kids that they don't know how to be self-aware and independent, but they themselves don't know how to do anything because it's at the point where technology has advanced past their knowledge. So that's something.
And I think it's interesting. It's a side story, but I think it's interesting to have that and make people understand how reliant we are. And I remember in the 90s and early 2000s, people used to dog on handymen, painters, electricians. They used to make fun of them, thinking it
was a low class job.
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, blue collar losers," right?
Yeah.
And now look at some of them; they've built empires. Some people,
yeah,
they've had shows on Home and Garden TV network, right?
Meanwhile, all the college graduates are finding it's useless because everywhere wants experience.
Yeah.
And the diplomas mean nothing because you don't have experience. Like, it's funny to see that. I'm like, how is this legal? And how is a business? How is a business can you say, I want 5 years experience? I was reading after this episode, I was reading some stories, and some guy's like, I applied for a job and I got rejected because I didn't have 5 years experience in this program. He's like, I invented that program and it's only been out for 3 years. So it would have been impossible. He's like, I didn't even bother to tell them I created that. So he's like, I was like, yeah, man, businesses are focused strictly on paper and experience, even if it doesn't make sense.
What's this? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, Ali Viper, let's see here.
Go ahead, read it.
Just like how I saw a girl changing the tire while her husband or kid or whatever he was standing there watching her do it. Yeah, people don't know how to.
Well, a lot of men have become like
complacent.
Yeah, they've lost their manhood in a lot of them. If you want to be honest, yeah.
I got a flat at like 1 a.m. at the movies.
But you stepped up, right?
I changed the tire. I'm just like, whoa. I'm like, oh no, I've made sure I can change this goddamn tire. Like, don't worry about the tire.
It's not hard. It's how hard is it to change a tire? Seriously.
But like, it's funny because my coworker got a flat on like one of our group outings, and she called BCAA because she didn't believe anyone knew how to change the tire. I'm like, no, I could have did that for you, but you waited out. So like, it's and like you're laughing, but a lot of people don't know basic things. I'm trying to make it. I'm
not trying to make it look like men are this macho bravado type of people and always have to be that way, but you've got to know basic stuff. Like changing a tire is vital.
Yeah.
You don't know when I've had a battery die out of me on one of my old cars in the middle of a highway at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
And I had jumper cables in the back and I was trying to flag people. It took me like half an hour to finally have someone pull over and do a jump on my car. But if I didn't have a jumper cable, what are the likelihoods someone driving by has one?
I got fed up. I got fed up with your experience because I've been in that situation, and I bought one of those Norco Boost. Just
well,
like
they weren't. This was before all that came out.
Yeah. No, I feel your pain though.
If that came out, I would have had that in the trunk.
Yeah.
Like whenever I'm going road trips, I've got two things in the back. One is that the self plug-in jumper cable, and the other one is the instant inflatable tires now. Right, where you
like the compressor?
It's a can. You attach it to the tire and it will put a liquid or some sort of substance.
Oh, that's cool.
But the downside to that is that tire is done.
Yeah, one and done.
One and done. But it's still good to have because you'll get to the next gas station or whatever it is to fix your tire permanently, and that's better than being stranded.
I should look into that.
Yeah, that's better than being stranded in the middle of the mountain at night, right? Because even if you have a tire to change a tire, a lot of the new cars, they don't even give you a spare tire now.
Yeah.
So you need one of these cans in the back trunk, no matter what, right?
I noticed a lot of people don't know where their shut-off valve is for their water.
Oh God!
So their house would just flood until like the plumber gets there.
So true story. 3 a.m. in the morning. Why are we talking about our?
Whatever. This is
all right. I'll go off on a little tangent.
This is how
3 o'clock in the morning. A water pipe breaks in my house in the middle of the winter. I shut it off in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And you know how much water actually leaked? Maybe
a lot still?
A bucket full. That's it. And it didn't damage anything in my house.
Yeah.
Everything was bone dry the next day. But if I didn't know where that shutoff valve was, I would be paying a lot more than fixing a little pipe.
Actually, now that you mentioned it, it's pretty cold. I should make sure the hoses are turned off.
Yeah, you should do that.
Tomorrow. It's getting a little chilly out.
Yes. It dropped in a hurry.
Yeah,
the weather.
I was surprised.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, when the windows are frozen, what's going on here?
But yeah, that was the side story. I thought it was hilarious. I like that story a lot.
It's a good, funny movie. Yeah, it's a movie. Yeah, I think it's great. It really gives a lot of people a kick in the pills to wake up and realize what's going on.
But sadly, a lot of people they're not self-aware enough to realize this is like a double lesson. Like they're only looking at their opponent saying, see, you're wrong. I'm like,
yeah,
you're wrong too. So
but I recommend it. I gave it a 10 out of 10. I thought it was hilarious. It's fun. It was good for both sides to take a jab.
How long was it? Over an hour? Like an hour? 2 hours?
About an hour.
Yeah.
I want to say an hour on there. It wasn't that long. But it's good. On Paramount Plus, it's worth it. It's good. Man, do they ever dish it out.
Winter's coming. Finally, can't come soon enough. You're a winter person, hey?
Oh, okay.
YouTube's blowing up with it. Like,
Oh, every YouTuber that's a critic is
Yeah.
loving it.
but it's a lot of clickbaity titles too, where it's
Of
like
course.
Disney doesn't know how to handle this one. I'm like, no, they do. What are you talking about? Calm down.
But because I think it's the reason why they're leaning towards that part of the story is because that part of the story has been a big problem for a while.
Yeah.
And it's been festering and it's getting bigger and bigger.
Basically, what we've been talking about this, but we didn't explain. Like, it's clearly going against like woke culture, forced diversity, changing main characters from male counterparts to female ones for no reason, and then even the female-driven centric, like She-Hulk, should have been like a 10 out of 10. Like, it doesn't matter if she's a woman. Like, she's one of my favorite characters, but they still found a way to make it weird. It's like they couldn't let her be a superhero. They had to take that away.
Remember
from her.
when we were talking about it, and there were people attacking us on the chat here saying that it's a good show, and we're like, what's not? And they're like, well, it's following the comic books, and I'm like, okay, there are multiple She-Hulk stories. They decide to pick the worst one.
Yeah,
right. The worst one that doesn't really show her true origin story.
Yeah, it didn't show what she's capable of, really.
Yeah,
it kind of limited her in a sense.
Get that work on, and you gotta protect that museum, buddy. You gotta stay in shape. Hit that treadmill. Man, I wish I had his job. That sounds so cool, protecting the museum at night.
Yeah,
you get lonely though, but then he has us to watch.
That's what I mean. He's an interesting fellow. And then I see his post, and he's like, I do like outside workouts. What is it?
He's a teacher, is he not?
I thought he worked at I don't know what he does. He's just like Batman.
Sure, Darth, you're working out, I know, buddy. I hate to bother you, but are you a teacher as well? I thought he was a teacher. We're trying to get to know everybody in the chats here. Let us know what you guys do for work too as well. That'd be interesting if you wanna.
I learn about him in little pieces at a time.
Yeah.
I don't know what Pac does either. I love that dude though. He's cool.
I love everybody here. I might not agree with everybody here, but you guys are all awesome. Thank you for coming. She-Hulk was straight killed by the MCU. Oh, yeah. What could have been, right? You said this too many times.
Because I love the suit. I love the actress. Like, she was cool as Jen Walters. Like, fine, like whatever. They just wasted her. Wasted opportunity.
It was the writers and the director, from my understanding. They just tried to do something different, and they just fell flat on their feet. For the vast majority of the people that watched it, they did not like it.
It was who says she has to be like a powerful superhero just because she's a Hulk? Let's put her in these everyday situations. I'm like, oh, I guess
she's a lawyer first, okay?
And I'm like, yeah, her comic does that, but it also has good writing. So,
what does Ali say here?
Walk in the weights. I prefer treadmill or indoor walking than outdoor. It's easier and safer. I don't like being beside everyone on the treadmill because ours are all lined up at the gym I go to. I hate it. I don't like. You know me, I don't like people much.
Oh, but, I had no idea.
Yeah, but I've been there so long, I'm starting to like people are
overcoming your fears.
I'm not afraid. It's just people are talking to me like, hey, man,
overcoming your phobia.
I've seen you around. Like, yeah. Anyway, see you later.
How awkward is that?
No, I'm nice to people. Like, if they're nice to me, I'm nice to them.
You're just not a people person.
I'm not a people person. I don't like small talk.
But when they do interact with you, you're very friendly.
Yeah, that's why I keep making friends. That's how I met Jeff. He's very nice to me. He's one of my favorite
that guy
people
your
now.
Friend?
Oh yeah, he's great. I love that dude. Oh, Mister, gotta get that guy to hang out.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways,
also, I don't want to put you on the spot, but if you manage to track down a Flash, he was desperately needing a PO box help.
Flash, as in what?
The Reveltech one.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it just wants the Flash, not Reverse Flash, right?
He probably wants both. I don't know. Did you pre-order that? You did, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. At Big Bad Toy Store. Not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor. We were talking about that today. He's like, do you think Elvin would let me borrow his PO box?
Absolutely.
Like, Elvin's
on
the
one
nicest
condition,
guy.
and you know that what condition is.
He wants you as a guest. He wants you as a guest appearance.
Well, we'll talk. Tell him to give me a call. We'll talk. My agent will talk to his agent. We'll sort it out.
It's like, yes, people are changing. Well, that's what I think.
One should live out in the wilderness. It's hard, man. Living out the wilderness is not easy. It's a lot of work. You need to be. Yeah, see, he is a teacher aide, so he's
Okay.
a teacher. I'm gonna say he's a teacher.
Very very smart gentleman.
Yes.
Well
What's
spoken.
up? Speaking of smart,
Cowabunga, dude.
ah, yeah.
He wasn't first today. Rasper was first.
Oh, Rasper beat you to it, Cowabunga, dude.
I can't even show like pictures because it ruins the funny parts.
Yeah,
Maybe I
well-
won't show it. I won't show it.
I don't know if anybody else has seen this. Let me know what you guys think. What did you guys give it out of 10? I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was good writing. And what I've heard is this is not the end of it.
They're
To be
always doing something.
continued.
Mine is well, give me a private home at a lake and 80 acres, then Rasper. Yeah,
No, that's so lonely and sad.
you can still travel. Travel into the city. Are you you're a city guy at heart?
No,
Like,
I'm
you don't-
not. No,
You're
I'm
not?
I was
No,
raised in when I was a kid. I was raised in a farm.
Okay, so you don't mind like acreage and being
I would
out-
love it as long as it's a highway like 2 seconds away from me to hit
Yeah.
the town.
Yeah,
I need access to civilization. Right? I can't be like miles and miles and hours away from the nearest neighbor. Right? That don't fly with me. That's
we get those calls at work because we have to send like I schedule the texts, I scheduled their flights and their ferries and stuff. We're like, my power's out. I'm like, yeah, you live on the Sketty Island. Like you chose to do this. And I can't... the next boat is tomorrow.
Well, boat. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
you need a boat to get to it. And they're like, I'm 80. I'm like, that was a poor choice for you then. Like, I don't want to be mean, but
Yeah.
you're almost 90 and you chose to live in the wilderness by yourself. Like, you need to prepare for these things. But it's not always their choice. I'm not being insensitive.
Maybe some people just want to just die alone.
Yeah,
Or die away from civilization.
I get it
That's
too.
that their preferences, right?
Yeah.
Live out their last years peacefully. Right?
At
I
least have a
guess.
dog or something.
Yeah, have a dog or a cat. Something.
I'm not a city person either. But do you live in a city? That's the thing. I know a lot of people don't like cities, but they're forced to live in one. So I'm curious.
I'm a beach person. I would love to live by a beach.
That's why I like Vancouver. Like
Don't say Vancouver's got nice beaches.
we have decent.
Oh
beaches.
God! Please don't do this.
We
You're
have decent
embarrassing us,
beaches.
Vancouver people.
We have decent beaches.
No, we don't.
They're
They're like
fine.
they're like dirt.
I mean,
They're not even sand. They're like dirt.
I wouldn't swim in any of them, but my people watch.
Well, White Rock's not bad.
I wouldn't swim in that either.
That's the best one we've got.
Yeah, I wouldn't swim in that. I
We've
do
got-
like the
we've
I like
got-
the boardwalks.
We've got nice ocean views. Let's put
Yeah.
it that way.
That's what I mean. I like
Yeah.
the
The
boardwalks and the ocean views.
Yeah, we got some really good ocean views.
So overall, you said you give this a 10?
I give it a 10. It's great. It's fantastic. It
For
hits
sure.
on every level.
Black Cartman. Black woman Cartman.
It's funny. She says Baldur's Gate 3 because that's Justin's game right now.
Yeah. I kept thinking about him through this whole thing.
Oh my god, that's so good.
It's funny how many of us are not people person in the chat. I don't know. It's as I got older, I'm just like I'm so exhausted having to
You're
deal
not
with
old.
older. Like,
I'm older.
no, but as I'm older, like I have to be cordial. I can't be like,
yeah, it's called being a human.
yeah, disgusting.
I'm okay with it. I love chatting and having conversations with people.
I say all this, but I'm kidding. Like I will make friends with anyone as long as they're respectful.
Yeah,
Like, will go out of my way.
I love meeting new people, having conversations, learning things about them. And sometimes I learn things about myself by having conversations with people, right? So I enjoy it. I enjoy meeting people all the time.
It's funny. Sometimes I'll go out, like at our old place. I'm going to the corner store, and then Jess will be like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "Yeah, this guy needed help moving, so I'm helping him unload stuff." I was like, "Who?" I'm like, I don't know. I think his name's Matthew. So I'm not like I'll be nice to people if they're nice to me.
That kind of reminds me about a good old Canadian that passed away over the weekend.
Oh yes,
Rest in peace to Matthew Perry.
that was how do I say this? I'm surprised, but not like he was very troubled, and I'm sorry he
had some demons. Let's put
yeah.
it that way.
And I'm sad he was in that situation because on the show and as a character and an actor, he was a funny guy. Like I liked his on-screen persona, but he hid behind that.
My wife loved that show. I'm not a huge fan of that show.
No,
I actually started watching it because my wife at the time when we were dating, she watched it. So kind of, I bought her like the whole back then, DVD sets. I bought her that for her birthday and stuff.
I think we all did that. we all did. You watch it with her or no? You kind of pieced out.
I did here and there.
Yeah,
because I wanted to see what it was about, right?
Yeah,
and at the time it was huge, like our friend says. But I was not a huge fan of it. I was like, the only guy that really interested me was Joey.
I like Joey and Chandler together as like the bromance. I like those two. Those two made the show for me.
Yeah. But yeah, not a huge fan of it. But good old Canadian kid, and so yeah, rest in peace. What else we got on deck here?
Oh, I forgot to mention, I stole Elvin's Cyberpunk diorama. Anyone who needs dioramas, look up 78 points of articulation.
I gotta say something here. Hold on. Time out. Okay. This guy messages me and says, "Hey, are you at home? I'm gonna come by." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm home. I'm just chilling. Come by." So he's like, "I gotta drop off some of your stuff." And then I started worrying because I barely have any space, and you saw that. And so you came over, dropped a box of NECA turtles. A lot of them are doubles.
Yeah, your first question was like, "Is it a tote?" I'm like, no, don't worry.
Yeah, I was freaking out, man. I was like, what is the size of content that he's bringing to my house?
Like, wait, which bin is it? I'm like, it's not a bin. It's like a small cardboard box.
I was like, oh, whew, sigh of relief there, right? So he comes over and he drops the box off and everything. And I told him hang out, whatever he's hanging out. He goes, I got some time. So we're just walking around the house. And every time he comes over, I offer him figures.
Yeah,
brand new sealed figures or open figures. Whatever I see, I'm like, hey, take this. Do you want it? Take it. And he always says no. Always says no. He barely takes. I think you took once, I think, an offer.
Yeah.
But he always says no. Can you believe that? Who comes to someone's house, gets offered figures, and says, no, I don't want them? That's kind of rude, right, guys? What do you think?
Think it's rude.
Let me know in the chat. Do you think it's rude? Like, he was offered good figures from NECA, Hasbro, G.I. Joe stuff, Power. He was offered from various lines some good figures, and he kept saying no. Do you think that's rude, or do you think that's okay? I want to hear what people have to say on that. But he stole that diorama from me, right? And I'm sticking to that. He did steal it, and now he's enjoying it. Go check out the pictures. It's on
fruits of your labor.
Yeah. So he has. That was pretty cool. Did you use the lighting system?
Yeah, you gave me the I don't even know what you call those. Just like the cube.
Yeah, and then you had the lights yourself as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does make a big difference. I really love the lighting on Mega Man and Samus.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I edit that out, people.
yeah, whatever that thing is. Is it a he or a she?
It's a woman.
I'm kidding. I already know. I'm just fucking.
Here's that Mega Man he was talking about.
Yeah.
Go follow ANR Universe.
You have to be very. You have to say Mega person now. People might get offended.
No, Rockman always forever. They can F off. I don't care. Go check out the ANR Universe.
Whoop whoop.
There's this guy. I don't know. He's kind of shifty. He's kind of shifty.
What?
Oh, there's his other dial.
Oh God, that's so.
Who did that one? Recap us.
High School Creations. Go check him out. Amazing dial. Amazing. I'm gonna be doing a lot more pictures with that stuff. So
good. Yeah, Elvin has a sweet setup that he needs to utilize.
Capitalize. Yeah.
And for anyone who likes pop culture movies, go check out the Popcorn Chicken on Wednesdays.
I thought that was Chris in the middle there.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, wait a minute.
There's a little segue, but yeah. Also, there's Instagram, not just YouTube.
Wow, high praise for this guy, Darth. I don't even know you anymore. I'm kidding.
Plus, we have half of the stuff we already had.
There goes that humble out the door. It's all about ego now. Oh my god.
There's also Elvin's clock towers up there. So I use his stuff. I take stuff.
It's a good thing you didn't bring it because I don't know where to put that.
Yeah,
here.
I was like, would this fit on top of his dial?
I would have
and
to
it
make
didn't.
another building.
Yeah, no, I had good foresight.
Yeah.
Maybe I should take stuff next time. Look at his background there. He had to shovel snow away, but there are action figures.
Did you notice though? Do you notice this right here?
What is that?
So that's like paper.
Yeah, what is that for?
I've labeled all my shelves what they're gonna be, so I can organize and stuff now. I'm like this shelf right here will only have SH Figure Arts and Mezco. This entire shelf.
Yeah,
and that still might not be enough for my SH Figure Art and Mezco. And then that one over there behind it will have just the whole thing will be Star Wars, and that still might not be enough.
Yeah.
That one behind you will be Marvel Legends. Guaranteed that's not enough.
Not enough.
I need like 4 of those for Marvel Legends.
So I got Jess her bookshelves. And then she's like, I don't need that other one in the back anymore. It's old. I'm like, oh, I got more space. Yeah. But then she's like, no, I need it actually. I'm like, oh.
Such a tease.
Yeah. So I got that pitiful small one there. That was one of her old ones. Like, yeah.
That is pitiful.
Yeah, right?
That should be just be like your fodder shelf.
The boxes go there.
The accessories and stuff, yeah.
I'm not even going to show you my... No, I'll show you the corner. Whatever. The people deserve a right to know. There's all that, all those boxes. There's 2 shelves here, so there are his shelves. It's not just that. But man, oh, look at those totes.
Elvin, get one of those software stores used to organize their shelves. What is the software she speaks of, or they speak of? I don't know.
Like is it like
organizing software?
Tracking system? He doesn't need to track anything. He just needs a place to put it all. Actually, no, you do. That's why you end up with 4 of the same figure. Maybe you should.
That is so true.
Maybe you should look into that.
I should look into that.
And I've been there too. I'm getting to that point where, like, did I pre-order Hot Rod or?
Oh, funny guy, Pac. It's funny he mentions that because I was. No, he's talking about me, I think.
Oh, you? Oh, okay.
It's funny because I was talking to you about that, right? The one in my collection.
Oh yeah, he does have a single Spawn figure, man. Accidental.
It was gifted to me, and I appreciate the gift.
It's a good one too.
Yeah.
So he had the foresight to keep it.
Yeah, of course I'm gonna keep it. It's a gift. I'm not gonna throw a gift away unless it's McFarlane.
Shush. He's the McFarlane.
I kid.
Are you getting? Are you gonna get that Reaper? Despite it looking like mustard and ground beef.
To me?
No, him, Pac.
Okay. Pac, are you getting the Reaper?
I'm curious. He's been doing some unboxings. He does those. He collects those. I think he was opening cards last time. I like his lives. He just goes on Instagram sometime and just chats with the people.
Shoots for the hip, dude. Right?
Yeah.
What else we got on tap?
So, this might be the closest thing to. You took your kids to this.
Yes, I took my kid.
I watched it at home.
No spoilers. We're not going to do any spoilers here. I didn't realize this came out on home as well.
Yeah.
I thought it was a theater exclusive.
Oh, were you confused? We're like, oh, I'm gonna watch it right now. Because
I was just like, huh? What? Because I didn't bat an eye either. I'm like, oh, this guy goes all the time to the theaters. He lives right there, so I guess he is. I found it after.
Would you have? You would have taken them still though, because your kids like this game.
Yeah. I enabled him.
Oh, you got the gargoyles?
Woo!
You have to look at those gargoyles. Like, look at those wings back
there. Look at those beauties. Look at that.
I had them on the lower shelf, but the wings.
Are you afraid of them falling over?
No, their tails are a good balance.
Okay. All right.
I absolutely hate the wingspan. Like, they don't need to be that big. They could have removed one whole chunk, like that outer ledge, and it would have been perfectly fine. They don't need to be that big.
It's funny, everyone that has a folded down wing, you've got their folded down.
Yeah, those are the two that, and then Angela on the end there.
Yeah.
I just took hers off completely because she wouldn't have fit. Like, no, it's stupid. That's unacceptable.
Yeah.
And I thought they were rubbery, but they're like hard plastic. So if they snap to pieces. Oh, that's weird.
Why can't you play your show in the YouTube app?
Huh. I've been so I opened a few of them and then I opened all of them. Opening them made me get back into the cartoons and most recently the comics. So I've been reading the comics lately. I don't know if you're still a comic book dude, but give those a try. They're pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, we always segue.
Has anybody? I wonder if anybody in the chat has not started Gargoyles but wants to start it.
Because I know you weren't the biggest Gargoyle fan, but they just look cool to you, right? So you got the ones that you...
I did watch them when I was a kid.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I actually... sorry, somebody was asking here. Elvin, you go on, get staircases. Toy Force suggested for having room for gargoyles.
Staircases?
They're talking about the tiering system in the shelf.
I've
got a different solution, which is a little bit better. It's got more base. They're basically acrylic boxes, clear boxes, and you can find for us at the local dollar stores. We find them, and you can just put them behind every row. You can stack them too, so your height can get higher. You can have a bigger base. You pretty much should do whatever you want with these things, and so
I was considering like these.
Yeah, but the problem with these is like you're limited.
The top one absolutely hits the top of the shelf.
Yeah, that's what
I know what you're talking about.
You're limited. Yeah, with the actual acrylic cases. I don't know. I have one here, but next week I'll show it.
I do have.
You have one of those?
No, not what you had. I was looking at yours. I like those a lot. I did have these from Bandai, but I can't find them anymore.
Let me look for it here. Hold on.
And then I don't want to make people dizzy anymore. Hold on a second. So this is kind of haphazard, but there were acrylic stands there for like my Mega Men. I'm gonna move the Transformers lower, because the Transformers deserve their own shelves. But there's acrylic boxes as well. But I'm thinking I'm gonna use this stairs more so, just because it's more tiered. They're layered better.
Yeah, here you go. So, oh, where are you?
No, it's fine. I made you full screen, but okay, go on.
So yeah, these ones right here. So you could stack them. You can make them wider on your shelves. I've got various sizes too. I've got single ones, but this is the most common one, and you can get these for like not even $1. And they're clear, so it's easy to deal with. Right? For me, they're just perfect.
Where were those ones for anyone who's
a dollar store usually?
Okay,
you can find at dollar stores and those like home outfitters type of stores.
Yeah. The problem with the gargoyles are, so I'm sure everyone knows this now, their folded down wings come with other characters, so you have to wait for the next release. That's why I needed at least to get Brooklyn's wings, and then Xanatos's came with Damona's wings. Bronx came with Goliath's. I don't know who Angela's comes with. Broadway's wings comes with another version of himself. I don't know why I need two of the same character. That's ridiculous.
Man.
It's the same character but with a coat.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's annoying.
I'm not doing that.
That annoys me. And then Hudson, I don't know, but that's how they make you buy more characters. Gonna go.
Yeah, I don't know if you live in the U.S. I'm sure you'll find them very easily. They're supposed to be. They have a lid as well. They're supposed to be those acrylic organizers. So
yeah,
you can look that up and see if your stores have it near you.
I'm probably gonna do what you do because it's the right height. Like it's not too high.
Well, I was able to stack 3 of these and get to the top of my shelf. And then I was able to, for wider characters, I'm able to put 2 side by side.
Yeah.
Now I have a bigger base, right? So it has a little bit more flexibility than the steps one that you showed me, because you could change the width, the height based on what you need. It's not
Yeah.
take it or leave it kind of thing.
My
right?
problem is like when I'm doing teams and one of the team members is a Build-A-Figure. I was like, you don't fit on any of the stairs, but I also can't put you up to the side.
Well, you can put 2 side by side,
Yeah.
right? 2 side by side.
Yeah.
The other ones that I have, which are on these shelves behind me, they're singles, doubles, and triples. But I can't find them at the dollar store. I was only able to find it at a local Home Sense, which is, those decorative stores for houses.
Oh, yeah.
They had them, and they're not selling them anymore. They discontinued them. But this
Forget
is the
about those
second.
stores. I should check into those too. Good call.
Yeah, but this is the best solution, I think, on a budget. And they're clear. So when you stack the characters up on top and then in front you have the next row, you don't even see this.
Yeah.
It's hard to see it in my shelf.
No, I'm gonna look into those. Good
Yeah.
call.
Are you getting doors for your thing?
Yeah. So what they do now, because I'm gonna get another Billy, they come with the doors.
But is it clear doors?
I don't know. I didn't look into it. I hope so.
The doors that I got here, they're discontinued. They don't even sell that in IKEA
Yeah. No,
anymore.
that was a problem. So I
But they're
either have to.
They're the best doors though, because they're just frames and there's no wood piece in the middle. There's no thick panel in the middle. It's just very, very clean.
I was surprised they discontinued those.
I think it's cost a lot of money because they're aluminum, right? And I think the
Still,
cost.
I know lots of people. I mean, whatever. I can't say. Just because I know a lot of people who buy these shelves for this purpose doesn't mean that's how much money they're making off of it, right? It is annoying though, because it's the dust. The dust is a problem.
Yeah, that's why I've got to get covers for my shelves. Dust is big time. You don't want to be sitting there with your Swiffer.
That's what Jeff does. He has I'm not making fun of you, Jeff. He has
he does the feather ones.
Not even. I think it's like a makeup brush or something.
Oh, Jeff, you poor. You know what?
But his collection's immaculate, so can't hate on him for that.
Does he have a lot of figures?
Let's give.
Why
him
don't you come and tell us one day, Jeff?
He really wants you on the show. Let's give him some support, though. Let's give him some support.
Yeah.
He's throwing out a lot of his boxes this week. That's a big step. I did the same thing. You did the same thing.
Oh, I do that on a weekly basis right now, and it's still not going anywhere.
And he does open his figures, but keeping the boxes like mint and crisp. Sometimes you do that, but he's purging them. So kudos to you, man.
Just buy doubles, buddy. Just buy doubles.
Don't do that.
Buy doubles. Problem solved.
That defeats the purpose.
That's how I get best of both worlds, in box and out of box. Just buy doubles.
I mean, yeah, he convinced people to buy things pre-assembled, pay for it, and then assemble it at home. while keeping like 80% of the profit for himself. Yeah, that guy was a genius.
Brilliant.
The cheapest wood imaginable.
It's not even wood. It's like MDF.
Just compressed.
Yeah, compressed sawdust.
Yeah.
It's the crap that wood leaves behind when you go cut it.
Like you hammer it and it just splinters.
Yeah.
If you hammer
it's happened to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've hammered something and it went straight. I'm like, well, there goes that piece.
Yeah.
Good thing they have a place at IKEA. You just go get a bunch of extra pieces.
Yeah.
When you have that, then you know that your crap, your stuff is crap, right?
Just swappable parts.
Yeah. Yeah, we know it splits. Here's another piece. There you go. You got to get lighting for yourself too.
Yeah.
Background lighting would look awesome. You should check out Govee on Amazon.
There was we went way off topic. That's okay though. We're talking toys still, so it's all good here. There's I forgot what it's called. It's a chamber with the air bubbles and then you put water in it. Like
oh yeah. You want a Wolverine in there?
I want one of those. I don't know. You could use it for anything really, but they're cool. And then I went to Amazon.
Would be
it's
the
like
coolest thing.
it'd be the logical one, right? Weapon X.
Yeah, Weapon X.
$100 though.
Oh God, I don't love Wolverine that much. Oh yeah, the IKEA dude, very shrewd. Very, very shrewd.
All right, let's see here. I don't want to go off topic too much. We were talking about Five Nights. So,
Yes, Five Nights at Freddy, spoiler free. We're not going to spoil it for anybody here. It is on Peacock. In Canada, where is it on? I can't believe. I think it's on Crave.
I think I get them all mixed up now.
Yeah, there's so many out there. But yeah, it's also in theaters. And I took my family to the theaters. Every Halloween, I try to take them somewhere Halloween related. And this kind of fit. And my kids were like, yeah, we want to go. We love this game. We want to go see it. I said, okay. So I got tickets, early screening of it. My spoiler-free review of this thing is it's a lower budget movie. Not low budget, but a lower budget.
Like Blumhouse Studios, you know how they are.
Yeah, and they did it. I think the CGI wasn't horrible.
The beauty is the game itself is ugly. The creator was made fun of because he tried to make real video games, and he got made fun of. He's like, your stuff looks like robots. Like you're trying to make a human, and it doesn't look real. It looks ridiculous. So he threw all his money into Five Nights at Freddy's. He put
and who's laughing now? And who's laughing now?
Yeah. Like this was his last ditch effort, and it exploded.
Kudos to him. Congratulations to that gentleman. Yeah. I know nothing about this game. I've never played it. My kids love it.
I tried it once.
And so I was trying to look at it from my kids' angle and seeing, and the theater was filled. Even though this was streamed available to day one, the theater was filled with teenagers. Me and my wife are like the oldest people in there, I think. With my kids. So it was okay. We took our kids. We're like, yeah, we're with them. Because they're all looking at us like, what are these old people doing here? I'm like, I'm not that old. You have white beard. I'm like, okay, fair enough. So at the end of the movie, people were clapping.
Yeah.
Oh, how'd you know?
I looked up like Jess was showing me like reaction videos. My problem here.
Oh, here we go. Mr. Negativity.
No, it's not with the movie at all. My problem is sometimes certain fan bases get a little too excited.
Oh, really? I don't know nothing about that.
A little too weird. Like people were shouting during the movie, trying to be funny, trying to make their own jokes. I'm like, save it for the comedians.
I didn't have that. Oh.
Yeah, we're lucky we're in Canada, but in the States, no, they were weirdos. Shouting out references to the games. Like I would have lost it, man.
It didn't catch your attention. Why? I want to know why. Because I'm not about this. I don't do the horror stuff at all. I don't watch it. No, I'm not spoiling.
No, AI still has to watch it. I think. Yeah. I think he was
not spoiling it for anybody. Don't worry. But what I was gonna say was it's a lower budget movie, but it pushes up. Like it punches up to a higher weight class. It really gives it everything it can based on its budget, and you can tell they were trying. They were really trying to make this work well, and some of the stuff doesn't make sense. Like nobody in the scope of the town is aware aside from the main characters.
Yeah,
right. Which is weird, but again, you got to understand this wasn't a huge budget, so. You got to take that out of the equation and go, okay, it wasn't a huge budget. I get it. But the acting, the people involved, I think they did a good job. I think they're not going to win any awards or anything, but they did a pretty good job.
I thought the set was fantastic. The animatronics are fantastic.
The scene right here, this scene here and everything in that complex was great.
Yeah.
It was eerie. It was weird. It had turns that you didn't know what's going on. They had rooms and it was good.
I thought that was supposed to be. So I thought like when Five Nights at Freddy's was up in the air, that studio was supposed to do it, and then they lost the rights, so they just made Willy's Wonderland as well. Same with Banana Splits. That was another one that failed miserably. But Nicolas Cage's movie I thought that was great. It was basically the same, but instead of it was the exact same thing. Like he was hired to be the security guard and janitor. And he just rolled with it. Like when the animatronics came to life, he's like, okay, it's time to fight them. And he was like Rambo versus these things. Like he just accepted his fate and no one knew why he was so good at this. But whereas this guy in the movie, Mike Mike Schmidt, he was us. Like, he's like, okay, what the hell is going on? Like, I need to survive. Now, you didn't play the game, but for whatever reason, I'm weird and I look up horror story lore. Like, I've read this inside
That's
and
very
out.
weird.
Yeah, I don't know why. I won't watch it, but I'll read it. The game verse, like you said, it's weird how no one in the town knows this. In the game, everyone knows this, but it's like a comedy horror where, like, yeah, so sometimes the animatronics come to life and don't let them catch you because they'll kill you, but that's just how it is. Like, the game is a comedy horror. Like, things happen, everyone knows it's happened, but you as the main character still accept this. It's a weird environment, but it's just for gameplay mechanics, and they pay you like minimum wage to be in that setting. No one would take that job, but for the sake of the game, you are. They've obviously took liberties with this movie. Like you said, it doesn't make sense sometimes. I don't know. How did you feel about the main character?
So I love the background story about what's going on. I really felt for the main character.
Yeah.
Of the I can't give away anything, but I really felt for this character and the turmoil within him, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's was pretty well. It was actually traumatizing to watch it a little bit. Just like, oh, okay, I've got kids, right?
Yeah.
You know, like as a parent, it kind of hits you, it hits that string, right? But yeah, I thought it was not bad. I can't remember where this gentleman's from. I've seen this guy somewhere.
He's PETA in Hunger Games.
That's it.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's been doing like indie movies left and right. Like, hey, man.
Well, this is sort of like on the borderline of an indie movie, is it not?
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, he's been doing these kind of movies. Like, you can't coast on Hunger Games forever. Do whatever you got to do.
I hope he gets more roles.
I like him. I liked him in this a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad it was him.
Yeah, I want him to get more roles. I think he deserves it.
Yeah.
Overall, I'm just happy for the fan base, and I'm happy for the creator. You know, basically the last straw and makes it through. That's such an awesome, cool thing to hear about, right? Like somebody who's just giving it all they have to make it, and they finally do it on their last, you know, hurrah, their last dance there, basically.
Rose lives.
Yeah, there you go. Under the sea.
I made the mistake of going to the Reddit for whatever reason after watching the movie. And
why?
I don't know why. I get curious what other people like.
I will say my youngest son was not too happy with the changes.
The changes were like,
my son was no, and I'm like, you're 13, dude, relax. Okay. He's like, well, you complain about yours. I'm like, touche.
But it's funny because these people have literally changed what the meaning of canon is, like consistency within the source material. So like, no, if you do this, it ties back to the game. Like, you would literally have to remove characters and introduce new characters just to tie them in together, as well as changing who's related to who. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, no, you're an idiot. And here's why it works. And then I'm like, okay, I'm out. Like, I just go to Reddit to get more information.
As soon as somebody starts insulting me for my opinion, I'm out. I don't have time to go sit back and be keyboard warrior here.
I'm not doing this.
Like, I always hear, I always see a lot of people's opinions on a lot of places. And I don't agree with a lot of them, but I don't sit there and go and call them idiots. Right? Well, I just don't do that. Right?
It's funny though, because I did get an answer. I'm like, okay, like, why are so many of you thinking you can tie this together? And he's like, oh, the definition of canon within this universe is not the same as what it is in reality. I'm like, so you changed the definition of what consistency means. Basically, you can't do that. You can't just change the meaning of words to fit your narrative, but you did. So I'm gonna bow out. It's nice meeting you all.
By the way, I see this guy all the time on so many Facebook groups fighting with people. That's all this guy does.
Well, here's the thing.
I go to a group and there he is. He's there fighting with somebody all the time. I'm not even making this up. I would love to make this up, but I'm not.
Sometimes people need to be schooled. If you're going to tell people why Ultimate Hulk was able to lift Mjolnir,
okay.
I'm going to have to tell you why it's wrong. I'm sorry.
Breathe. Have a candy. Have a candy that you're not going to give to any kids. You and Jess have this box of candy there. Someone walks in. You're gonna get for kids. Yeah, kids. That's it.
Here we go.
Yeah. No,
No.
it was fun, man.
I was actually bored from some of it.
Oh, okay, stop.
No, I was there's a the mid parts where they're all hanging out. I'm not saying who's hanging out, but you know what I'm talking about. They build a fort. I'm like, why is this happening right now?
It becomes sort of comedic in some ways.
I'm like, why you guys? Yeah.
Throughout the movie, there's comedic reliefs. Is that right? Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. And I don't even think they intended it to be funny. It's just like
no, it
this
just
is
comes
happening.
out like that
Yeah.
because it's not gonna go. Like I said, it's not gonna be your typical horror movie. It's not at all.
Yeah.
It's not Insidious. It's not like Exorcist or one of those other movies that we talked about last week. I have no idea who they are. The guy with the knife, at the hockey mask.
Jason. What
Yeah.
did you call him? Whiteface man last time? I'm like, are you talking about Michael Myers?
That's the guy. There you go, Michael.
White
double
face
M,
dude.
double M, Eminem. Yeah, it's not scary at all. No.
So like I attempted to play the games before, and like it's a puzzle type game. So if you click at the wrong spot at the wrong time, you get a jump scare. Like you have a flashlight.
Wait, I'm not playing that game ever.
No, yeah, no. It's if you're playing by yourself and it's,
I hate
you have
jump
the
scares.
yeah, that's what it
really
is. The game's pure jump scares. So seeing certain people interact with them and they're not doing what the game is doing, I'm like, I'm kind of bored right now. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. It's just they changed the overall tone of the game versus the movie. What I saw in the movie shouldn't have been happening the way it was because that's not what the characters were there for. Yeah, that guy.
That guy.
I should have been afraid of these characters, and I wasn't. They're definitely deadly. Like they manhandle people.
I think for a younger audience, they could be scary.
Like they're very creepy. Like these things.
Like if you're 12 years old, I think you might feel a little bit scary at certain areas. As adults, we don't find them, I think, scary.
No, they could have been like covered in blood and like seeing their innards and all that. Speaking of which, was Edward Scissorhands? I would call that a goth romance film.
It's like on the same line as The Crow.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I don't know if you're being if you're being satirical.
Well, I'm just trying to look at it. That is a good question, though. Is Edward Scissorhands?
No, it wasn't scary at all.
No, it was more of a.
You're too familiar. You see the dude cutting people's hair for like he's
exactly. He's not cutting their necks. He's cutting hair.
So
yeah, I don't think it's horror.
It's a romance film.
Yeah, it's like it's a guy that wants to get the girl. Like it's like Forrest Gump. He ain't gonna get him. Sorry, no matter how much you run, you're not doing it. Sorry, pal.
So one of your kids wasn't happy.
My youngest one. My oldest one loved it.
Okay.
He was just like, woo, awesome. My younger one was like, no. And then they just started fighting. I'm like, let's get in the car.
I understand where he's coming from. I understand why they had to make these changes though, because the game is just so convoluted. It's a mess. It's a mess of a story. And you find out bits and pieces through mini games in the game and audio recordings, and they tell you the backgrounds of all these characters. The movie can't do that. No. So they tried to do this twist that's completely different from the game, and I understand that. But
so you've played the game and this. Do you think the twist was good? We're not gonna say what the twist is.
Compared to the game, no, not at all. Not even close.
I'm going in with no gaming experience at all, right? I'm just going in strictly for a movie. And I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was good.
Even by movie standards, I'm like, okay, so like what is your goal here? Like, what are you doing now? Because he just shows up and he's like, yeah, okay, so like what's happening? Like, why did you keep this abandoned business?
Yeah, you're gonna give away
stuff. No, I'm not saying, but like the premise is it's an abandoned pizzeria, like Chuck E. Cheese. I'm like, why is this function? Why do you have this?
I thought it was gonna be more of a spiritual thing.
Yeah.
Right? Not spiritual, spirit.
Like ghostly, like
ghostly, possession type of thing. And when it wasn't, I was like, okay, kind of let down here, but the actual main character's arc was great, I thought.
Yeah.
I really felt for the guy, right?
he got closure in a way, whereas the game you don't really get it.
Yeah.
Completely different reasons.
Okay.
Um,
I have
yeah,
no
like
interest in playing
I
the
like
game,
him.
though.
Like I like the main character. I like his story arc. Like I have no problems with him.
There is a mid-credit scene, and it supposedly is one of the gamers on YouTube.
Oh, I saw one in the restaurant, and I thought that was funny. Because like,
I
it's
don't know.
that dude.
I just heard the rumor that
Yeah.
the mid-credit scene was an actual gamer as well.
It probably is. They probably put a lot of YouTubers in that film. Because I saw one that I knew of. As soon as he said his catchphrase, I'm like, oh, you made it into a movie. How nice. Good for you. Because I've only ever heard his voice.
Interesting.
Yeah. And he has a catchphrase he says at the end of his videos. And he said it in the diner. I'm like, oh, cool.
Interesting.
But now that I saw the end credit scene, I was like, what the heck was that? But you just told me what the point of it was. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
I went on the interwebs to find out because I'm like, what is up with that mid-credit? Like, why was that even a thing, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was just a comic relief kind of thing. They just threw it in there, but then it turned out it's a gamer.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, cool. That's nice to see that. It's nice to see that. I bet you the creator had a hand in that as well.
Yeah.
Probably set the studio, hey, listen, this game became popular because of these YouTubers. Let's put a couple of them in there, right?
I was trying to think what else says. I would have. It's due to like the costumes. Like it can't be possible. But in the game, these things sprint at you, and they look creepy as hell. They can't do this in the movie, unfortunately. And I get it. Like I'm not nitpicking here, but to see these things like full on run at you would have just been. That would have been fantastic.
Never say never.
Yeah.
I think they. By the way, anybody who's hating on this thing, go check out what they made. They made over $100 million in the first 3 days.
Yeah.
So you can hate all you want, but the kids are going and watching this thing with their parents.
They did their job.
Oh, did they ever?
Yeah.
Like on a Thursday afternoon, that theater was packed. And Marvel can't even do that. They ain't going to do that for a November 10th movie release, I tell you that.
What is that one?
The Miss Marvels.
Oh, yeah. See,
and
I don't
nobody
even remember.
was going to even go see.
So it was a 20 million budget.
Look at that, right?
20 million. No, yeah. So 5 Nights was 20 million budget, and it surpassed the entire Globe's haul of 2022. 104 million. It's exceeding that. 133 million. It's exceeding that. I don't even know where it's at because each number just keeps going up.
Last time I checked was 129.
Okay.
I don't know if that's global or just domestic. So I think
that was just domestic. Highest grossing opening weekend for Blumhouse. 19th Blumhouse film.
It's amazing how if you love something and you do it with a little bit of, you don't try to. Yes, there's changes, I know, but it's not like the complete story was changed in every facet.
Like the fans made or broke this film. The fans made this.
Love the change for the most part. The numbers are showing it. They're going out there and telling other people about it. It's still, I think its biggest day was probably today because it's a day before Halloween.
Yeah. I still like for a horror film. I'm still not. If you're expecting like scares, you're not gonna get it with this.
It gives you chills though, because my wife, she doesn't like this stuff, but she says she does. She's a big chicken.
Yeah.
And she's like barreling her head into my shoulders. I'm like, what are you doing?
See, that's the thing though. It sets you up for what you think is gonna scare you, but then nothing ever comes. So it psychs you out.
Like, she was psyched. It's like I was getting annoyed. I was like, stop doing that. Like you're trying to knock the popcorn out of my hands, basically.
See, I'm saying all this stuff, but I'm going to fall asleep watching TV on the couch, and I'm going to wake up, and the TV's going to be off, and the lights are going to be out, and I'm going to speed walk to my bedroom where Jess is going.
Oh, man. Don't you have like a nightlight or something in the hallway?
She just comes and turns all the lights off. She doesn't want to disturb me.
Oh. I have one of those LED lights on the staircase.
Yeah.
It just has different colors, and it just keeps cycling through. I've had that for years. So.
Normally, like I'm fine, but after I watch a horror movie that I make fun of, it just gets into my head.
Well, that's why I don't watch them.
Yeah, I rarely do. Like it has to be. They have to be weird like this. Like they have to be like a movie like
See, if
Top score, like,
if she was really brilliant, she would make you watch this and then put the stuffed animal right in front of your
Yeah.
face. So when you wake up, it's right there.
Are there figures of these? Yes, there are, but I heard they're very delicate.
Someone's gonna get a hold of these.
Like there are figures already. So these
Todd
figures are
McFarlane's gonna make some.
maybe. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they'd be perfect because they're static and robotic. Like they don't need full articulation. That's the most articulation.
Very limited articulation with these characters. Perfect. They wear diaper diaphragms too, right? So
like it's made for him basically.
Yeah. If they make figures, I'll have to buy it for my kids because they're gonna want it for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
As for gore, I wouldn't even say there was a lot of gore. You see the aftermath, but you don't see like.
Yeah, they try to keep it
toned down,
PG-13 level.
Yeah, but then you will see like decapitated body parts.
Yeah,
laying around and stuff like the aftermath of when they get their hands on them.
What do you think the age limit is? This?
I don't know, like PG-13. I can't even like give it higher than that. There's not even really swearing.
No, I mean like if you had a kid or you have nieces and nephews.
How old are your kids?
13 and 17.
Like 13 seems fair. Maybe 12.
Yeah,
maybe even 10. Like some 10-year-olds are weird and like Michael Myers for God's sake. So I can't. And it's based on the kid.
Who was that again? Who's Michael Myers again?
The white face.
The coverall guy?
the jumpsuit.
Does he have a chainsaw?
No.
Oh, okay. I have no clue then. But I'd say 12.
Okay.
12 would be my starting point for a kid to go.
She pissed me off. No
really?
Spoilers. No spoilers. She pissed me off. Just say what you got to say. Don't tap dance around it. The period. Like, I'm sorry, man.
I appreciated the tap dancing a little.
I'm like, what do you couldn't have said that? Like,
she wasn't sure. She's traumatized.
She was 100% sure. She laid it all.
I'm defending her. Would these be considered furry costumes?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, they would.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't be surprised if at the next FurryCon.
We should dress up as these guys next year.
It's too hot, man.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, I've heard.
I've heard rumors.
I've heard rumors.
Like when they look at the camera
Fake
like
news.
this, like that stuff's pretty weird. Like when
that bird scares me, man. I don't know why. Chica. Let's eat chica. Yeah,
because birds shouldn't have teeth like that.
Yeah, no kidding. Ugh. Did I tell you about a traumatic experience when I was a kid with the bird?
Did one attack you?
It's a scary story, so I can tell you guys today.
Okay,
you ready?
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm at my best friend's house. I stayed over at his house on the weekends once in a while. So he has his own room, my best friend, and his brother, who's a year younger than me, has bunk beds, right?
Yeah.
And so his younger brother's like, "Hey, I'll take the top bunk bed. You can take the bottom one. I usually sleep in the bottom one, but if you want, I'll do that." I'm like, "Okay, cool," because I'm like, I'll take the bottom, right? I prefer the bottom bunk beds. So they've got a bird, okay? They've got one of those yellow, what is it, parakeets?
Yeah.
So they've got this bird, and every night they lock it up inside this big cage, right? And I don't like birds. Like,
you just don't like them at all?
No, like I just didn't like them as pets. I always feel birds should be free and flying around, right?
Yeah.
So I don't, and this bird always gave me this weird vibe, right? I never liked this bird. It always try to like stare down me in the cage whenever I'm in the living room. I just didn't like this bird. Anyway, so I just said to my friend, I'm like, "You're locking this bird up right at night, right?" He's like, yeah, don't worry, man. Don't worry. I'm like, "Dude, I don't want this bird attacking me in the middle of the night." He's like, "Bro, it's my pet. It's not going to attack you." I'm like, "Okay, fair enough." So I'm sleeping and it's like 3 a.m. Okay. Everybody's sleeping. Lights are all off.
Yeah.
And the door is open. And I kid you not, at around 3 a.m. in the morning, I open my eyes and this bird is by the doorway looking at me.
Did the parents let it out or something?
I don't know what happened. So anyways, I'm sleeping and I wake up and there's this bird looking at me at the doorway. And guess what it does? It makes a beeline towards me, full flight, to peck at my eyeballs, okay? And I do one of these. Because, it's a bunk bed, right? I do one of these. Like this, right? and it hits the metal frame in the middle of the bunk bed and kills itself. I am not making this up, man.
Did they blame you? Like,
I ran to my friend's room and slept on his floor. And he wakes up in the morning and goes, "What the hell are you doing on my floor?" Right? I'm like, "Your bird attacked me." He's like, "What are you talking about?" So he goes in the room, and his brother's still sleeping.
yeah.
And the bird is dead on the floor. Like, wings out, done. Right? And I'm like, he said, "What did you do to my bird?" I'm like, "I didn't do anything. This bird," he's like, "Do you know how stupid that sounds? This bird would never attack you." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? I never did anything to this bird." I told his dad, and his dad's like, "Yeah, this bird is old. It was probably trying to die, and it just was. This is how he did it." So his dad believed me. His dad's like, "There's no way you would kill this bird."
Yeah, that could have went so bad for you.
I know. My friend didn't believe me for like weeks.
Yeah.
He's just like, "You killed my bird." I'm like, "No, I did not kill your bird. I hate your bird," because he knew I hated that bird. Right? So, yeah, that's my scary story. Could you imagine at 3 a.m. you wake up and there's a bird staring you down at the doorway?
Oh man, that's so funny.
Unreal, man. Unreal. To this day, like, people don't believe me when I tell that story. Only my best friend, who I still talk to and I hang out with, can confirm that story.
That's ridiculous.
I don't like birds, man. I don't. Bird pets, no thanks. I'm good. Dogs, cats, fish. Heck, I'm good with those. No problem. I've had all.
Man.
Anyways, but yeah, I'm gonna give a score of this. I'm gonna give this a 7.5 out of 10. I thought it was a good movie.
This gets a 6 for me. I was bored through some of it.
Wow.
But the sets and the costumes and the choice of actors.
We've got a question here. Why didn't you wake up your friend once it happened? Okay, you know why I didn't wake up my friend? Because I was so shocked this is happening. Like, you're literally, what are the odds of my eyes even opening up at 3 a.m? I should be dead to the world, sleeping. But something made me open my eyes up, and there's this bird, like, looking at me, going, "Hello there," right? And it was in a split second. It just came right at me, and I don't know what. I just went, like I said, in one of these, right? Just ducked. And
it's so funny.
And
That's
it hit
the most ridiculous story I've ever heard.
It's so true. I'm telling you. It hit the metal frame and died.
So ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Even my friend's younger brother's like, "This is insane." He goes, "No one's going to believe the story ever." And I'm like, I know. Just my luck.
Yeah.
Just my luck.
It is what it is.
So to answer your question, Darth, I couldn't wake up my friend because I was frozen.
Yeah.
That this is actually happening. I thought this was a dream or a nightmare.
He was afraid.
Oh, I definitely. Wouldn't you be? At 3 a.m, a bird staring you down in the hallway? Like, come on, man. That's crazy stuff. No thanks.
Thank you for that story.
Yeah, I just remember we were talking about birds. The trauma came back.
Yeah.
That's why I hate this bird, because it looks like this bird. It's yellow too, that bird.
I didn't watch that one, man. I saw all the bad press.
Still less scary than Goosebumps. Oh, Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's my story for Halloween. Beat that, Dee.
I can't beat that. I can't.
See, this was locked away in my memory bracket. Thanks for bringing this up. Five Nights at Freddy have brought out something from my past.
No wonder you ranked it so high. That was traumatizing. That movie is traumatizing.
Oh, man. When did that happen? That happened over 25 years ago.
Jeez.
Crazy. It's the first time me telling somebody, I think, in a long time.
Thank you. That's funny as hell.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's one of the ages.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy, man.
I mean, honestly. I'm sad for the bird. I just picture you.
But the bird was old. The bird was like over 15 years old.
Yeah. I'm not laughing at the bird's death. I just think it's like just the experience you had. Like, that's what
it's so funny because the night before we went to bed, I was telling him, "Hey man, make sure the cage is locked. I don't want to see this bird attacking me."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Bro, we lock it up every night. Don't worry about it. It's fine." And there it was at 3 a.m.
Because I wouldn't have believed you either.
Nobody, like so many people say that's a lie. Like when I've talked to people, when it happened, I was trying to tell everybody at school about this, right? And everyone's just like, "Shut up, stop lying." And only when my friend would be around me, then people would have believed it because he would tell them, "No, that it really happened. He killed my bird." To this day, he still blames me. He's like, "You killed my pet bird." I'm like, "Shut up! You weren't ever even playing with this bird." I mean, you didn't even feed it. Your parents fed the bird. Question here.
Do you have a movie you really like but is hated or panned by most? I like Scott Pilgrim. I know that didn't really do well at the box office, and it's a kind of a cult movie now because not a lot of people like it, but the ones who do really like it. I did like The Amazing Spider-Man. Like, I liked Andrew Garfield.
That's a good one, yeah. I feel the same way with you. I did enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because we got to see a more modern take on what what's his name? Tobey Maguire did. Because the CGI when he was around wasn't that great.
Yeah.
But I mean it was great for this time, but when you see Andrew Garfield CGI, it's like miles ahead. Get it? Miles ahead.
Oh God. I liked him and Emma. Like I like his I liked Gwen a lot more than MJ. I didn't hate the Flash. The CGI was god awful. Like I freaking hate that god awful.
God.
I hate it. I hate it so much. But I liked Ezra's interactions with his past self. Like I enjoyed myself watching that film. I can't say it's a Eternals. Oh no!
Just when we thought we liked this guy.
I still like him. It takes a big man to admit that.
There's no way I'm admitting any of that garbage.
Did it not bore you? I found myself bored through a lot of
Oh, it bored me to death.
Yeah, what did you like?
I almost walked out of the theater. I was so mad.
What was appealing for you guys?
But
I'm not mocking you.
But before I say that, Eternals is. I appreciate the honesty, and you do you. If you like it, do it.
I'm gonna throw some positive points.
Hashtag Dad Miles ahead.
I liked the Eternals. I like the Eternals.
Hey, if he likes it, then he likes it. That's
I like their version of a speedster. Like I'm like, oh, they finally made a speedster run and use their powers normally. Like she didn't trip over herself like an idiot. She took out the big guns with sand. Like she was a cool speedster. Unlike the Flash, who falls every 5 goddamn seconds. But so the last fight between Icarus and the Eternals was cool. But up until that point, I was just like, I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't feeling it. Because they gave powers like mind control, but you're not allowed to use your powers on humans. And the mind control only worked on humans. So why does this person have a power that they can't use, essentially? Like, it's weird and stupid. But I don't know. Like, I was very bored.
You want to hear my dirty little pleasure?
Yeah, it's yours. It's yours.
It's that newest Power Ranger movie that came out. Is it Zac Efron?
No, I know what you're talking about. The guy from Stranger Things.
The Power Ranger movie.
Yeah, it was Zac Efron, isn't it? It was the dude from Stranger Things. Hold on.
Okay.
Power Rangers.
Oh God, I can't believe that. I actually.
What was it? 2018.
It was so bad, but I liked it. I just liked the upgraded. I don't know. I'm a Power Ranger.
Did you like their suits? Yo, you did not like their suits. You did not like their suits.
It was all right. Oh my God.
I was 2017.
He's you know what he is? He was just loving Salma Hayek in a tight outfit. That's what it was. I can't believe you, Darth. I got a little place in my heart for Salma.
Dacre Montgomery.
Yeah, Dacre. I liked it. I thought it was interesting.
I liked it, except their suits. Their suits made me like remove half. It got an automatic 5 because they're ugly
killer suits. They're awesome.
They're so
they're so green. They move.
Well,
and animated.
They're so cosmic. And then the Zords came out like, what are these?
It was in the illustrious words of Devon. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah.
Oh man, these suits. You got me looking at these suits again.
They're gonna make those figures. I'm telling you right now. 10-year anniversary. They're making those
Watch. They make those figures instead of the like the 90s movie. They skip the 90s and make those ones for Lightning
They
Collection.
will, because then you'll want the 90s one, and then they'll give you that after.
Yeah, except he wasn't allowed to use his powers in the first place. I liked him though. I like the fights. Those were cool. It's just they're few and far in between.
It's funny we're talking about Power Rangers. Somebody just sent me Power Rangers on Instagram. Maybe it's my phone listening to me.
It's Big Brother.
Yeah, I give it a 7.5. You give it a 6. That's our spoiler-free review for that. I think you should watch it. Maybe watch it before Halloween ends tomorrow.
I'm giving it a generous 6.
I think if you're not handing out candy, you're just like the Grinch, the Halloween version. That's all I'm going to say about that. But if you are trick-or-treating or giving out candies, be safe and make sure the kiddies are all safe. Make sure to drive carefully in your neighborhoods when you're coming home during the afternoon. So, is there anything else you want to add?
No, I think we're good.
We went all over the place today.
Yeah, it was a good chat, a good engagement today. I got to see Darth's dirty little secret.
You got to hear me about my Power Rangers nonsense.
Hey, he didn't say his. He asked the question, but he didn't tell us his.
Oh, yeah, let's put him on the spot here. Let's go, buddy. We had the presence of a president show up on our show, which never happened. It was huge. Don't know what that accent though. They need
I don't know what country he was president of. It didn't sound like an American accent though.
Did you not see the Oval Office? It was obviously an American. Come on. Casey Jones apparently works with them in New York.
Man, yeah, they were definitely on sale. Like they're still paying.
I bought them at regular price because I had to review them.
Yeah, Elvin bought me one. He bought me Mikari, the Speedster, my favorite one.
Yeah. Do you want the rest of them?
No. You go ahead and keep those.
Remember how we're talking about the ugliest figures that we bought? Remember? They're
Is that the import one?
Yeah. Here's the other one.
Why is his hair so gold?
I don't know. You tell me. Here's the other one.
These figures are wild.
Yeah, get these garbage out of here.
And then for whatever reason, there was a Blade Easter egg at the end of all people's. Okay.
Ebony Blade.
Yeah, no, there's Blade. He was the one talking.
Oh yeah, Mahershala.
Yeah.
He's not even in the movie anymore, right?
No, it's just his voice.
No, man, he's not in the movie that we're gonna make. I think he walked out, right? Did he not?
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah,
that's a shame. Yeah, Darth, those were SH. If you all could recast one actress from any movie, who would it be? I wouldn't recast. I mean, I don't know who the actress would be, but Brie Larson is Captain Marvel. I want her out of that role. So many better choices.
She doesn't even want to be in that role.
Yeah. No, she wants to be because she's the strongest Avenger, so she wants that title.
Oh, by the way, in the trailer, she says that again.
Yeah.
How cringe is that? Every time she says that, it's so cringe.
Like she's milking that role.
Don't you know I'm the strongest Avenger? She's saying that while she's fighting whatever that girl is. What's the name? The guy.
What are the accusers? What are the accusers?
Ronan. Yeah. Ronan's sister. I have no idea. Yeah. Rhonda, maybe. But it's just so. This movie's gonna bomb hard. We'll see. Nobody wants this movie. Not even Panderverse.
Oh God! So.
Oh! No thanks.
I do watch the G.I. Joe movies, but I fast forward to the Snake Eyes parts, not the remake, the original ones. I just fast forward them to fighting the ninjas. I think we covered it today. Good talks.
Yeah.
Good engagement.
A lot of good stuff we got into, even off topic too, which is fun sometimes to do so.
Yeah, I like it.
We'll be back next week, Monday, 8:30 p.m. Pacific time. So wherever you're on the world or the universe, have yourself a good morning, a good day, and a good night. It's gonna be huge.